Everybody, it's your host Dan B, and I'm back with another video, man. Last time I was out here, I was with my guy Say Cool, man. We did a Champions League um video, man. Champions League started this week. It was 3 good days of matches. I felt like Wednesday was the best day. We had 3 great games on Wednesday. We had we had Liverpool versus Atletico Madrid. Liverpool almost blew a 2-0 lead, but their captain Van Dijk came through at the end with a header and additional time. That was like the fourth time Liverpool this season has scored an additional time as a game winner. Uh, Bayern Munich versus Chelsea. That was the game I mainly was stay tuned, was locked in on. 3-1 victory by Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich looked amazing. Uh, who else played that day? Ajax versus Milan. Marcus Torman had his 2 goals, both headers. They ended up winning 2-0 without Lautaro Martinez. PSG looked fine without Dembele and Desire Dewey. I believe they won 4-0. That was on Wednesday matches. Tuesday matches, we had Real Madrid versus Marseilles. Real Madrid press looked amazing. Marseilles couldn't handle it, but their goalie did an amazing job. Had 10 saves in the first half, 8 in the box. It was quite great saves, but it was a lot of Real Madrid just kicking it right to the defenders. I feel like Madrid should have had at least 5 goals. Quick could have started off, but they ended up winning 2-1. Trent Alexander-Arnold went down with a hamstring injury 5 minutes in. Got substituted by the Dan Carvajal. Then he gets red carded that game, so he's out maybe at least 3 games. Hopefully, it gets reduced, and that's key for the next 3 matches because the next 3 matches is a team in Asia that is not well. That Real Madrid doesn't really need them. Then Juventus and Liverpool, and Trent Alexander-Arnold might not play versus Liverpool, his old club. So it's gonna be quite interesting for Real Madrid. Arsenal versus Atletico Club. Was a great game. I watched that as well. Martinelli, what a surprise. As a sub, a super sub, he comes in within 36 seconds, he scores a goal. Tarasso was with the assist, and then Martinelli repays Tarasso with another assist. They win that game 2-0. Juventus versus Tottenham, man. I told Sekou that could be a tie. He thought Tottenham was gonna run away with it. It was a 4-4 win. Tottenham blew the game, I believe. Tottenham was up. They allowed 2 goals at additional time, I believe. What other games that I'm missing? That was on Tuesday. Tuesday Champions League. That was the two. What happened? I think I said all the Tuesday games. Today's game's Thursday. Monaco surprised me. I didn't think they'll lose 4-1. I'm still waiting for the debut of Paul Pogba. Oh, Spurs versus Tottenham Spurs versus Villarreal. Tottenham Spurs won 1-0, but they look nice. They look good. Still expecting more from Tottenham Spurs. I feel like their squad is a sleeper team. Benfica, they blew a 2-0 lead, surprised by them. But they hired Jose, the legendary coach, Jose Mananaro. Hope I said his name right, but if you know him. He just signed this contract to go back to Benfica. So that's going to be quite interesting. I can't wait to see how he do there. Today, Leverkusen ties it today 2-2. New era without the Aaron tag, but amazing free kick by Garmanero. If I hope I said his name right again. Man City, it was supposed to be the return of KDB, Kevin De Bruyne. It was a return, but it only lasted 25 minutes due to the captain getting the red card, and Kevin De Bruyne was the guy that got sacrificed to come out the game. It sucks. They're down 10 man. Kevin De Bruyne is more of attacking mid, so they needed to put a defensive midfield in, extra body. And they low blocked pretty well. I always say Napoleon. The goalie did amazing defensive, held it down. But then Haaland, man. Shout out to not Killian. Shout out to Aaron Haaland, man. Scored 50 goals, fastest to 50 goals in 49 matches. He had a header today, amazing header. Jeremy Doku had an amazing goal today. His dribbling skills is just amazing display. He had this game and versus Man United. He's been dribbling the ball really well. Shout out to him. Amazing goal for him. They ended up winning 2-0. I haven't seen the highlights of Barcelona and Newcastle yet, but I heard Marcus Rashford scored 2 goals. What a first, not surprised, his first goal. Well, I'm surprised because, but what a surprising moment. His first goals with Barcelona is versus a Prem team, Newcastle at Newcastle. So that's great to see for him, man. That's great. But yeah, man, those are all the key games. I just wanted to go over real quick. Next Champions League game is in 2 weeks, I believe. It's September 30th. So I can't wait for those games. We'll talk about those games when it's around that time. But man, let's get into NFL, man. Last week, man, Thursday night football. It was the Commanders versus the Packers. And as a Detroit Lions fan, I could say the Packers are legit, man. Defense was amazing again. They held Jaden Daniels to 200 yards on a dot. He was struggling to get 200 yards. Austin Eckler tears his Achilles that game. Terry McLaurin was kind of a no-show. But, man, the Packers look good. Jordan Love threw for 292 yards. Josh Jacobs looked like himself again, 84 yards, a touchdown. Tucker Kraft, man, might be the most improved tight end so far, 124 yards with a TD. And then Michael Parsons, man, he just making him just Michael Parsons there. He had a sack, 2 tackles. It's just the pressure, the presence is there. Commanders, people are saying, could this be the Jaden Daniels sophomore slump? That's always a question every year with the guys. CJ Stroud had it last year. And he's still struggling this year. I would say CJ Stroud is still struggling, but we'll get to that point when we talk about the Monday night game. But, man, the Packers are looking like the best team in the NFC right now, but it's only with 2 games. But they look nice, man. They look nice. I'm not gonna lie. They look nice. The defense is legit. The defensive coordinator is probably gonna get it. He probably got a head coaching job already within the first 2 weeks. He got a head coaching job for next year. But, man, it's gonna be quite interesting to see them throughout this year because they're in our division. And yeah, man, they look nice. The Detroit Lions, man, 52 points on Ben Johnson's head, man. That's what I like to see. Lions did their thing, looking like the old offense there was from the past years. 52 points. St. Brown had 100 yards at halftime. 3 touchdowns for him. JMO had a big touchdown, 64 yards. He had 100 yards himself. Sonic and Knuckles, which is Gibbs and Montgomery, both had a touchdown. Montgomery rushed for 57 yards, Gibbs 94 yards. And Jared Goff only 5 incompletions, 5 TDs, 300 something yards, 334. Lions looked amazing. I love to see it, man. Got to keep going. Isaac Tesla with another spectacular catch. He looks like the wide receiver 3 that we got, man, what we need. Rome Zoom on the Bears looked nice, 2 touchdowns. He was on my fantasy team. Shout out to him. Really needed that with a blowout win with the Lions. He did his thing, so I'm not mad at him. Did his thing, got me my fantasy points. The Bengals, man, it sucks for the Bengals because I said Joe Burrow was my MVP this year, but he will be out for 3 months with a turf toe injury, man. I'm sick because he's one of my QBs on fantasy. But Chase still did his thing. Chase still had above 100 yards receiving, and what do you throw? He had 100. He had 14 catches. So Jake Brown already knows just to look for him, man. Just to look for him and Higgins, and it's gonna be interesting because once a backup quarterback's in, the defense is already gonna rely on. Okay, let's start the right receiver 1. So I feel like T. Higgins' value is gonna go up because I feel like he's gonna get more touches than more touches, more targets towards his way. Chase still gonna get his, of course. Chase is the best wide receiver in the NFL. He's still gonna get his, but T. Higgins, that's the guy you should look forward to because I feel like they should know that a backup's always gonna look for their number one receiver. So I feel like that would be a good pickup on fantasy or put on your bets. That's what I mean by a good pickup. But Bears Bengals still win that game. Travis Hunter lined up on the defensive end a couple of times. I seen him lined up with Chase one time. Chase got the better end on him, but we didn't see too much of that. He's still like the cornerback two, but more like the wide receiver one. And I wonder if he's gonna get rookie of the year still. Like, is he as his first two games? So y'all think he's at a rookie of the year status, even though the year just started? But does he look like rookie of the year? Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Like, does he look like he's gonna be up to par for rookie of the year? Eagles versus Chiefs, man. Low scoring game. It wasn't like the Super Bowl. Low scoring. Jalen Hurts only had about 100 yards, and it's just crazy though. Like AJ Brown, man. I feel from like I don't know why I drafted him in fantasy. He's a great wide receiver, but Eagles play style is really just Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts just play conservative football. And Jalen Hurts is doing a great job at it. He's amazing at his role. He didn't throw for no touchdowns. He had a rushing touchdown. Probably it was a tush push. Tush push was the reason why the Chiefs won the game. You heard Chris Jones on the Kansas City Chiefs talk about they ran this play 7 times. He was talking mad shit, mad to Jalen Hurts, talking about you barely got 100 yards. Jalen Hurts responded back, talk about we won the game. That's all that matters. Barkley said it, talk about we run the same play every time. Y'all still can't stop us. And it's crazy because the Chiefs, if y'all didn't know, the tush push, if y'all know what the tush push is when the Q is a QB sneak and the online just moves everybody forward and they just push Jalen Hurts in. People say it's offside by the online. But over the summer, over the offseason, they had a chance to vote the push tush off. And the Chiefs was the last vote, and the Chiefs added them to keep it. So them keeping it looks bad for them last week because they got it ran on 7 times. I have no problem with the tush push at all. I have no problem with it. You got to stop it. It's a legal play to me in my eyes. We got to stop it. We got to go against it. We got to stop it. Can't be mad at that. So people saying that the play is not fair and stuff like that is a football play. Nothing on the books that you can't do it. But Barkley ran for 88 yards, a touchdown. Devontae Smith, quiet night, 53 yards. AJ Brown, quiet night, 27 yards with 5 catches. Chiefs, on the other hand, man, there's no wide receiver one over there, man. Kelsey only 4 catches, 61 yards, no TD. I don't even know Taquan Thornton. He had a TD for them, a deep pass. Mahomes can't even get 200 yards, man. No 200 yards. He had a rushing touchdown. That's like surprise for Mahomes. He getting rushing touchdowns. The running game is that there. The Chiefs are 0-2 for the first time in the Pat Mahomes era. But I still think personally they're gonna go at least 10-7. I feel like they're gonna go 10-7 on the dot. I don't know if that's enough to win a division, but the Chiefs are gonna find a way. They play the Giants this week. They're gonna find a way. But it's just crazy. Like Rashid Rice got to come back fast. Xavier Woods got to come back fast. They really don't got a wide receiver one. And I'm honestly at the point where like the way the Dolphins season is looking, I don't know what they're doing tonight, how they're playing tonight, but I wouldn't mind calling the Dolphins GM if I'm the Chiefs GM and try to get Tyreek Hill back. I honestly don't. I mean, I think they should. I honestly think they should get Tyreek Hill back. Try to get him back. Try Patrick Mahomes get his not his confidence back because I feel like him and Tua aren't really clicking, honestly. But I want to talk about the Dolphins when we talk about the Thursday night game later on. But I feel like the Chiefs need a wide receiver one. Juju only have 1 catch. Hollywood only have 5 catches. It's not working. 0-2 for the first time. It's kind of not working. Falcons versus the Vikings was the Sunday night game that I told you, like, why is it a Sunday night game? And I'm exactly right. The game was only 22-6, and it was 1 touchdown throughout this whole game. And it wasn't even from Bijan Robinson, which he rushed for 443 yards. It was by the other running back, Tyler Aguilera, 76 yards. But Michael Penix didn't even throw for 20 yards. Drake London, only 3 catches, 49 yards. Kyle Pitts, 4 catches, 37 yards. Bayon, 325. I didn't watch this game at all. Everybody was so hyped up about J.J. McCaffrey and he came back, he did this. Well, what did he do versus the Falcons? 2 picks, 158 yards. I didn't want to say nothing to the group chat. They would have said I've been hated. But if they watch this podcast, they will know how I feel. Y'all got so hyped up about the Bears, and then next week, Jefferson still gets 3 yards, 3 catches, 81 yards. TJ Hawkinson only gets 12 yards, but they say I'll say it. But apparently, JJ McCaffrey's injured, ankle injury. Didn't see it. Nobody said anything about it. Everybody was on hush because McCaffrey lost. So I don't know. No, I don't know what happened with his injury, but apparently he's out 2 to 4 weeks. Hopefully he's back by the Lions game because I want to see him play versus the Lions. But he threw for 158. Nothing too much to say. Buccaneers versus Texans, man. I caught the last few quarters of it. I think I caught fourth quarter of it. I ain't gonna lie. Baker ain't no hoe. Like, Baker gonna do what he gotta do. Threw the ball for 38 times, 215 yards. That's an okay game, but I just love the way Baker Mayfield play, man. I just love his game. He's been through a lot in the league. Like, I'm happy that Buccaneers is a spot, bro. He was on the Panthers, right? He was on the Panthers, the Rams. Like, I don't know how he was bouncing around teams. The Browns, like, Buccaneers is a perfect spot for him. He's a great QB. Dang, he 30 already? Dang, Baker 30 already? He been in the league for a minute now. Dang, he 30 already? But man, I like him. I like his game. 2 touchdowns. Udoka had one. Udoka had a key drop this game, though. Good thing they won, but he had a key drop this game. Evans, I'm waiting for Evans to get off this year, man. You know, he's the guy that always gets 1,000 yards for I forgot how many years straight. But Mike Evans, 56 yards. Bucky Irving has 71 rushing yards and 50 receiving yards. But, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. The Texans was getting gifted. I forgot what it was. It was a fumble. It was a fumble, I believe. It was I don't know what happened, but I think it was a return. It was a big return or a punt block or something. I forgot. But they gave it to CJ Stroud on the opposing side. And he didn't even move the ball. Like, they couldn't get nothing on it. Like, they couldn't get what play was that, bro? I gotta find that. All plays. Block punt. Yeah, they blocked the punt. That's what it was. They blocked the punt, and it was 4 plays. They got 0 yards off of that. I'm like, yo, CJ Stroud, what has happened to CJ Stroud, y'all? People saying their O-line is trash. But is CJ Stroud really going downhill, down the cliff, bro? His sophomore year was, like we said, he had a sophomore slump for sure. But I'm just so surprised how they 0-2 right now. And they could have won this game. Honestly, they could have won this game. They were just field goals, man. Nick Chubb had a touchdown. Where was this touchdown? He had a touchdown, and then the 2-point conversion, CJ Stroud, like, he doesn't do, like, he failed. He got sacked. Like, every time they was getting momentum, CJ Stroud was killing the momentum, bro. Like, they had a big punt return or a kickoff return too, and they got nothing out of it, bro. Like, I don't know, CJ Stroud, bro, where is he at? Nico Collins, the wide receiver one, only had 3 catches, 9 targets. I don't know if it was him drop passes or overthrown. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like, Texans got to get it together, bro. The defense was doing the thing. But it's something with the offense, bro. They're missing Tank. CJ's on his down. I don't know. CJ got to get right, bro. CJ got to get right. They lost by 1 point. They could have easily gone that. Chargers versus Raiders. That game was so trash, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Geno is trash, bro. Geno, 3 picks, 180 yards, 43 passes, 3 picks. Got Jacoby, 12 targets, 6 catches, 68 yards. They only had 9 points, man. Only had 9 points. There's nothing too much to say with the Chargers. I'm not the Chargers, the Raiders. Jenkins, 43 yards. They got Brock. Brock Bowers, one of the best tight ends I feel like he's going to be. But Justin Herbert did his thing, two TDs, 242 yards. It's disappointing in their running game. The running game wasn't too much. I thought like since Harbaugh is a running offense, a heavy run guy in college, that he would bring that to the NFL, and I haven't been seeing that too much. Justin Herbert's been throwing that ball amazingly. Keenan Allen had a touchdown. Welcome back. Quentin Johnson had a TD. Lake McConkey did his thing. Chargers looking good right now. Chargers is looking good right now. But I'm not too sold to say them as contenders. They can make the playoffs, but I don't see them as contenders, man. That was my recap on week 2. Let's go to week 3, man. Thursday night football today. The Miami Dolphins versus the Buffalo Bills, man. I'm so disappointed in Miami Dolphins, like I was saying earlier, bro. So disappointed in my Miami. I mean, I wouldn't say but I'm an Alabama fan, so, Tua Tagovailoa. I used to defend this man, but I don't know if I can anymore, bro. I just don't. He hasn't been looking right, man. 0-2 so far to start the year. Lost to the Patriots, gang. Like, come on, cuz. That's a game you got to win. They even had 8 points versus the Colts. It's like Tua and Hill aren't clicking. I remember he told him that, like, he can't, like, he's not like Mahomes. He told other kids he's not like Mahomes. You got to come back to get the ball or some shit. You can't throw it deep all the time. But it's like, come on, man. Like, the Patriots, you lost to the Patriots. Like, it was Tariq Hill's first 100-yard game in a while, though, I would say. Tua didn't have a bat, but 5 sacks. 5 sacks. It's kind of crazy. Like, the defense shouldn't lose to the Patriots, bro. And they're playing the Bills right now, and I don't think they're gonna win today. Something about the Bills, man. Last week, the Bills won with Josh Allen throwing 0 touchdowns. So they won strictly on the run and on the ground. I got the Bills winning. Josh Allen looking good. He didn't even look too good last week because he was on my fantasy. He only gave me like 11 points. He threw for 148 last week, rushed for 59 yards, but James Cook had 2 touchdowns for 130 yards. But like I said with the Bills, like I was telling my guys this earlier, like if y'all want to bet, it's hard to bet on the Bills because the Bills don't got a standing wide receiver 1 no more. Like anybody can go off on them. So like y'all placing the bet on the Bills to win, it's like, I mean, not to win, yeah, but like you doing player props on them, it's like, who would you place it on besides Cook? You'll place Cook to get a touchdown, and that could happen. He just got 2 touchdowns last week. That could happen, but it's like times Josh Allen could be running the ball in. They could use their other running backs. Josh Cook should be green for 50 yards every game. I would say that. But they're a high power offense because of Josh Allen. So Josh Allen leads the way. Anything can happen. Like versus the Ravens, that was a high scoring game. I remember last year versus the Lions, that was a high scoring game, bro. But tonight I got the Bills winning this game. Just too much Josh Allen for them. Miami, I don't know, man. Tua might lose his job. Mike McDaniel might be on the hot seat after this one, man. I don't know. But they play today. Jalen Waddle got to get involved too, man. Jalen Waddle, I haven't heard from him. Like, that's another Bama guy I used to rock with in college. But like, I ain't gonna lie, man. It's really tough. It's really tough. It's really tough right now for the Dolphins. They got to figure out some wins, find some way to win because Tua hasn't won a playoff game, I don't think yet, or maybe won one. I want to say the Bengals versus Vikings, man. I want to talk about them. They play at 1 p.m. on Sunday. Wow. This is going to be an interesting game, yo. The best 2 wide receivers with their backup quarterbacks. This right here is going to determine, in my eyes, who's really the best wide receiver. Both teammates at LSU, both won a natty together with Joe Burrow, but Joe Burrow isn't playing today. I mean, this week, or he's not playing for a while. Hopefully he returns back. Get well soon, Joe. You was my MVP. But, man, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, both playing with a backup quarterback. So let's talk about the backup quarterbacks. Carson Wentz, more experience. Believe he's a Super Bowl champion he was a Super Bowl champion as a starter, but got hurt throughout the year. They even finish it. He leaves, goes to the Rams, I believe, was a backup between Matt Stafford, Jake Brownie, Washington Huskies quarterback for a minute, been backing up Joe Burrow. He did his thing though. He didn't do bad when he took over for versus the Jaguars. But I just want to see who's gonna get off. Like, what quarterback is gonna do their thing to look for their wide receiver ones, bro? I really don't know who's gonna win. I think the Bengals will win this game because the Bengals got another wide receiver that could get it. Because Jettas and James Addison. I think his name is James or Jordan Addison. My bad, Jordan Addison. He's out. He's suspended. But I just feel like. But listen though, the Bengals defense is kind of weak to me. The Bengals defense is kind of weak to me, and the Vikings defense is kind of raw. Bengals online is kind of iffy. Vikings offense is like it's gonna be a good game. I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna be a good game for the backups. I don't know. I just hope both get off. I really hope Jettas get off too, though. I need Jettas to get off for real because he's on my fantasy. But man, that's gonna be it. That's gonna be a great game, bro. But I gotta say the Bengals win. I need the Bengals to win just because the Vikings is in our division. I want the Vikings to lose every game possible. Every game possible. Literally every game possible. Another game. Rams versus Eagles could be a good game. Rams versus Eagles. That's a 1 p.m. game. That could be a great game at Philadelphia. Puka been doing his thing. I know, like Puka's been doing his thing. Shaquan Barker's been doing his thing. That could be an interesting game right there. I want to say Eagles figure out the way to win because they're at home. It could be a game that Matthew Stafford is just BSing and just how Matthew Stafford is like I don't know how to explain it, but like Matthew Stafford is one of the best quarterbacks in the league, but it just be having games that like he just be chilling and don't give too much. But that could be a great game to watch for sure. Uh, Not really a lot of key games this week that I really want to look at on the 1 p.m. games. But yeah, but the Rams and Eagles could be a great game. Eagles defense and Rams defense, both 2-0. Cardinals and 49ers, they both 2-0. Mac Jones looked good for the 49ers last week. Hopefully the Cardinals give Marvin Harrison more touches. I know he's talking about he's a guy that doesn't complain for the ball, but Kyler Murray, like with the way he explains the reasons why Marvin's not getting the ball is just so odd to me. But I feel like 49ers should win that game. 49ers should win that game. They're at home. Christian McCaffrey is playing. That's good. I say 49ers win that. I mean, Cowboys Bears might be an interesting game. The Cowboys defense stink right now. The Giants put up 37. So if Ben Johnson's offense, since he's the offensive guy, they could put up points versus the Bears. I wouldn't be surprised if he put up points off the Bears. Bears Cowboys. I really hate Cowboys. The Bears are in a division. I don't really hate Cowboys. It's just like Jerry Jones just gives me like he just pisses me off. He just pisses me off. I got the Bears winning that. I got Bears winning that. Rome have a great game, but CeeDee Lamb can have a great game. I have the Bears winning that. Giants versus the Chiefs, both 0-2 teams on a Sunday night game. People were saying, is it time for Russell Wilson to already lose his starting job? He put up 37 last week versus the Cowboys, but like I said, the Cowboys defense stink at the moment. Chiefs defense don't really stink. It's just their offense right now can't get it going. So maybe Giants lose that game. Well, not maybe. Giants will lose that game. Mahomes isn't going 0-3. I say a big night from Kelsey. Kelsey probably gets 2 touchdowns, but Yeah, I said Kelsey gets 2 touchdowns. Chiefs win that game. They cover the spread. They win by 7. Now the Monday night game I've been waiting for. Monday night game is the only reason why I'm doing this podcast so late right now. I had to do it this week. If I was gonna miss a week, it couldn't be on the night. The Detroit Lions play the Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore, man. The last time we played them, we got crushed. By the time I left church, the game was already over. That's how bad we was getting crushed. And it was in Baltimore. Right now, this year, our defense was solid versus the Bears, but it's the Bears. We need to be A1 versus the Ravens, man. They're gonna run that ball, man. Lamar Jackson or Derrick Henry, it don't matter who. One of them, they're gonna run that ball. They're gonna run that ball. We gotta stop the run for sure. We gotta stop the run. Zay Flowers could get off. DeAndre Hopkins could get key catches. Well, I feel like we gotta stop the run of anything. If we stop the run, it could be anybody's game. But they gotta also stop our offense. I don't know. I just want to see how Gibbs and St. Brown gonna do. J-Mo's gonna do. Like, this is an interesting game because it's a Monday night game. Monday night games is everybody's watching. Everybody is watching that game, bro. Like 8:15, I'm locked in. I'm turning on that game, watching that all the way. I got the Lions winning that game. I'm doing a couple parlays that game. Like, I ain't betting NFL all year. I mean, well, it's only week 3. I ain't doing it yet, but I'm betting NFL this week. This week for the Lions versus the Ravens. I'm excited for that game. I hope it's high pace. I needed a high scoring game. 30s. I need both teams in the 30s. We get the stop to win the game. We get a pick 6 by Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph get a pick, Terrion Arnold get a pick, bro. I'm excited for this game, bro. I'm happy it's on the Monday, but I'm sick. It's late. It's later on in the week, but we got to get this dub. We will get this dub. It's a must win. We can't go 1-2 because our schedule is only getting harder. After this week, we got the Browns. That's cool. But after that, the Bengals. Ooh, I forgot. We got the Bengals. We got to beat the Bengals. Remember the Bengals, then the Chiefs. We low-key could run it up, though. If we beat the Lions, if we beat the Ravens, then the Browns, then the Bengals, then the Chiefs. I say we could beat the Bengals now since Joe Burrow going to be gone. Browns already know we could beat them. Chiefs, it depends. It's at Kansas City. But, man, I'm excited for this Lions game, man. We got to get Damo and J-Mo. Well, yeah, we got to get J-Mo the ball as well. Like, he got to get involved early. St. Brown got to get involved early. I don't want to see no wasted drives with the weak old check downs, with the unnecessary flags. Damo got to get the ball early. You know how we used to do. One gets the whole drive, another gets the whole drive. We need to keep doing that. I'm excited. Gibbs solidify himself as one of the best running backs, playing versus Derrick Henry. It's going to be a great game. I wonder who's going to rush for more yards. Probably Henry, because Henry's going to get more touches. But Lamar is going to – we got to force Lamar to throw that ball. We got to force him to throw that ball deep, get pass breakups, picks. I'm excited for that game. Everybody's going to be watching. Everybody's going to be watching. That'll be it for this. Obviously, I got the Lions winning. But that'll be it for this podcast. This was just a quick little podcast, just a little summary of these games, man. Like, share, subscribe, turn your post notifications on, and we are out.